Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. Our Briggs on Books is the show, and we're an international talk show. We were just talking to a guest from the United Kingdom. We talk to authors from all over the world, and I have the best job in the world. I get to read and talk to authors. That's about all I do. Our next guest is from the United States, a U.S. author, all the way from Nevada, I think. Welcome, Rowena Banks. Tell our viewers where you are.
Hi, I'm in State Line, Nevada, which is Lake Tahoe on the Nevada side. I'm right on the edge of California. Like I could throw a stone to California.
State line literally means you're on the line between the two states. But is there snow where you are?
You know, we got a little bit of snow a couple nights ago. I have just a small amount in my front, but there isn't a whole lot. There is on Heavenly, you know, at the top. People are skiing and snowboarding and everything.
I just love I love how you looked out the window to give us your weather report.
Yeah, blue skies, no wind, incredible day.
Nice. In California, we're on fire here, so it's crazy.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Hey, about your books, let's pick one. I think it's the first one, Surviving the Sierras.
Yes, Surviving the Sierras is book number 1 out of a 3-book set, and it's about mother and her 3 daughters who survive a plane crash in the Sierra Nevadas.
And this is just all made up. You didn't actually have a crash. I know you have some daughters, I think.
Yes. So I do have 3 daughters, and I was very active with them. I used to take them skiing, and it used to be called Squaw Valley, but it's not called that anymore. Olympic Valley, I think it's called. Yeah. And so while they were skiing with their ski team, I just would sit there and kind of, you know, make up these stories, and I killed my time by daydreaming, basically, and then writing it down.
Were they such that as part of their high school activity they got to go skiing?
Actually, they were very young. My youngest, while she was on the ski team, she was 4.
Oh, my goodness.
And the next one, she was 6, and then the oldest was 8 or 9. I had them in less than 5 years, three under 5.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I love survival stories, and I love strong women stories, and I feel like this book is going to be both.
Yes, it is. It's a book about faith, and it's a book about family. So the girls are pretty creative, and they figure out how to entertain themselves. They figure out how to build a cabin and how to feed themselves. And they kept seeing a plane come close, but not close enough. And so they made the brave decision to walk down the mountain. And so, you know, they encounter a lot of wildlife and obstacles along the way.
Yeah. By the way, who's the book written for? Is this a young adult?
I would say young adults. Yeah, young adults. It's kind of surviving a plane crash is kind of an adult theme, but it's for families.
Yeah. And then you're again, it's not about your family. Just similar, I think. I guess they 3 sisters. They go on a cruise. Is that what happens next?
Yeah. So book number 2 is I kind of kept the same theme. With girls are a little bit older, and we have a very close family. The girls, I even homeschooled them for a while, which I was homeschooling them when they were on the ski team, and so. You know, it was easy to build the relationships because that is what, you know, the story is based on, is their little personalities. So not again, they're kind of sneaky girls, mischievous, and they were following this guy who they suspected of doing something. And at one point they get pushed overboard.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and so the mother sees that and jumps overboard, and so they end up going to kind of a remote area on a tropical paradise, basically. Something we would want to experience, I think.
Stranded on an island.
They're stranded on an island.
Yeah. What did they do for water? That's my first thought.
they they contrived with a leaf of
Hmm.
how to capture the rain because it
Wow.
was kind of tropical. It's a made up story, so the experiences that I've had in real life were cruises off of, from Long Beach,
Hmm.
Los Angeles area to the Mexico and the western side of the states. So really, there's not any islands over there.
Yeah. Catalina, maybe.
Yeah, this is all in my head,
Yeah.
right? So, it's very tropical, and they're able to figure out how to create things again, how to fish and build shelter, the whole 9 yards.
That's great. Yeah, I got some young nieces. I'm going to get these books for them and inspire them to have an imagination. You have an incredible imagination to be able to come up with these stories. You said there's a third book. I have two covers here.
There is a third book which is not published yet because I'm re-editing it. I'm editing it. So the third book is about a runaway train.
Hmm.
And again, the girls are a little bit older, and the oldest, Jessica, is driving in this one.
Oh boy.
And they managed to stop the train because the engineer is missing, and they notice that it's going too fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what happens in the third book that isn't published
Yeah.
yet.
In my mind, I'm picturing a TV series or movies or something. Any talk of that?
Well, yes, I actually did pitch it to a producer. I pitched Surviving Sierras to a producer, and he was very interested in it, and he asked for a screenplay treatment.
Hmm.
So we're currently working on a screenplay treatment to submit to them.
Yeah, it's an amazing time to be a writer because, I mean, 20 years ago, it would be such a long shot to get a movie or a series out of your book, but now everybody's making Netflix, Amazon, Paramount, Apple TV, they're all
Yeah,
making these things, so there's a lot more
yeah.
opportunity there. So,
And honestly, Surviving Sierras starts out with the ski trip. The reason why they're on the plane is because they're on a ski trip. Their dad can't go at the last minute, and it's actually a Christmas present that they got
yeah,
was this skiing trip.
nice.
So it's a Christmas story too that's kind of woven around, what other people have gotten for Christmas
Yeah.
presents that are on the plane, and so they get to use these items. Um, yeah, so I think it has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do.
Yeah. Now, I know a lot of it's from your imagination. Did you have to do some research for parts of the book?
Um, I don't think so. I think that, from living in the mountains,
Yeah.
I've actually encountered a bear up here,
Wow.
and I've encountered coyotes.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of that stuff. And then also I lived, at the time of writing, I was living in the foothills of the Sierras.
Hmm.
And so at that elevation, we had mountain lions
Oh boy. Yeah.
too. So I've kind of had a lot of exposure to the elements and the things that they were dealing with in Surviving Sierras. Um, so here and there, I'd have to look up, words that I, just was blanking on. But for the most part, I was able to
Yeah.
to write it myself.
I have lived in California 65 years, and I've seen all kinds of bears, all kinds of wildlife. I've never seen a mountain lion. I'm glad you got to see that.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, our the street that we lived on was called Buck Ridge Road,
Hmm.
and there'd be like a herd of easily 10 bucks
Wow.
hanging out together.
Yeah.
And the court across from us was Cougar Court. I mean, it was just it was prime property for mountain lions.
Yeah. That
So
is great.
yeah, we had some experiences. My kids were not allowed to go out without their dog. That's for sure.
Yeah, I bet. Now,
Yeah,
if it was the girls from the books, they would go out without their mom, and they get in some mischief, no doubt.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the girls did there too.
Now,
They-
I
yeah.
we have besides Briggs on Books, we have several shows here on Central Valley Talk, and you've been on as a health coach?
Yes, I am a certified master health coach, and I love to help people with their nutrition and develop healthier habits.
Yeah.
So that is my career that I do besides writing.
Yeah, there is. I mean, it's on the top of everybody's minds now because there's so much being said, and the current political climate, and people talking about corn syrup and or food and stuff like that. Is that a big deal?
Yeah, sugar, refined sugar, all of that stuff. Even I think we might have briefly touched on juices at one point, and if you could eat a whole fruit and get they call it friends, like the fiber or the
Hmm.
protein or whatever with the sugar, it's just so much easier on your body than having just that concentrated amount of sugar through either juice or
Yeah.
whatever else you choose to eat.
So, like straight orange juice, or uh,
Yeah.
it's a
If
lot of
you could
sugar.
have an orange instead of straight orange juice, you'd be doing a lot better.
The orange has a lot of fiber. Yeah.
Yes, oranges do, pears do, apples do. The skin on an apple is really good for you. There's benefits to eating the whole food, and that's really what I concentrate on
Yeah.
is whole foods.
I'm glad you said that because I was just thinking, being raised, and my mom always would say, "Oh, all the vitamins are in the skin of the apple." It's probably not the vitamins, but the fiber.
Yeah, there's fiber, and there's something else in the peel of the apple. It's escaping me right now, but there's some really good things in the peel of an apple. So eat the whole thing. Don't peel your apples. Eat the whole
Okay,
thing.
eat the whole thing. What about? I know you're not saying eat banana peels, but is that a safe fruit?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of potassium in bananas, and they say to eat that for cramping and things like that. But it does have a lot of sugar in
Mm,
it. Bananas do have a lot of sugar in it, but you know, you could look at it as God's candy, right? It's
yeah.
just something healthy that you can have if you don't overdo it. Depending on what your own health needs are or medical needs are, bananas with some protein or is a really good snack, or
Yeah.
some peanut butter is what I meant to
Peanut butter.
say, which is protein.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
that's
I
making my mouth water.
yeah. I've been eating an avocado a day.
Avocados are really good for you. That's the healthy fat. So that's something that's
Yeah.
very beneficial for you. Um, I'm thinking of the omegas that are in the avocados, along with, it's kind of in the same category as olive oil. If you
Hmm.
have the pure olive oil,
Yeah.
um, we're making me hungry. Like,
Well,
I'm saying.
I'm researching a little bit on the internet. I don't have the time to become an expert on this, but you are an expert on it.
Yes, yeah. So you can go to my website. I have a lot of articles on it. My website is yourhealthandwealthsecret.com.
Okay.
So, yeah, or if you want to, you can also sign up for a consultation. We can chat,
Yeah.
see what your needs are. And I have also through another I have a sister company called hr-helper.com,
Mm.
and that's where I offer to businesses and corporations an app for their HR department that is a custom client branded app. And on that, it's their business. It comes from them, but there's a wellness hub on there
Mm.
where I offer educational videos and also some courses online. So
Yeah.
I have 3 courses. One is for families, one is for pregnancy, and one is for prime timers, which is 40 and up.
Yeah.
So
That's us.
if you're interested, yeah.
What more and more businesses are seeing the benefits of having a healthy workforce, and they're investing in that a little bit.
Yeah, thank goodness, thank goodness, because the healthier your workforce is, the happier your workforce is, the more productive they are. And it's a team building experience
Yeah,
too
that's true.
to have these classes. So I offer through that program, I also offer 4 different live coaching sessions that's included with the Wellness Hub.
That's great.
So
That is great. And
yeah,
And I'm glad we got to talk about that because, again, I don't want to spend my time becoming an expert when you've already spent your time doing that, so I can learn from you.
Yes.
But I want to
Master Certified Health Coach.
Nice. But I'd like to conclude with why I invited you here. Here's Surviving the Sierras, and here is your books, and I recommend to people to get those. Where can they get these books?
You can get them online. They're both ebooks, and they're sold on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and all of the e-platforms.
Yeah.
Book Baby. I can't think of them all, but if you Google Surviving Sierras and Rowena Banks, they'll come up.
Yeah.
And if you Google but if you search my name on Amazon, both books will come up as a package.
Yeah, and I do this every once in a while. I have to give gifts all the time to nieces and nephews, and if you have kids that age, they're going to be going to birthday parties every week somewhere. So don't go order one copy of each book. Order 5 copies or 10 copies of each book. Have a stack there. When your kid says, I need a gift to give my friend for their birthday tomorrow, you'll have it already there. So what great fun books. So thank you, Rowena. Any last thoughts for our viewers?
No, I just look forward to your support and your feedback. And if you're interested in starting your 2025 with new health goals, then reach out to me and we can partner with that.
Excellent. Thank you, Rowena Banks from somewhere in Nevada. And for our viewers, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with another author right after this.